demonstration for today is I've done a demonstration in the past for making a double-sided strap with either cork, vinyl, or leather, sometimes in combination with quilting cotton. But today I wanted to demonstrate how to make a double-sided strap when you're only using quilting cotton, such as what I've done here for this Cavalcade travel bag. I made one side in red fabric and the other side in navy fabric. So it's really quick and easy to do this, and Danny's going to switch to the overhead camera so that I can show you how. Okay, so I'm demonstrating this method for a 1-inch finished strap. So if you're making a different width of finished strap, all you'll need to do is take the finished strap width as far as the piece that the pattern tells you to cut and divide it by 2, and then you'll be adding the seam allowance. So the seam allowance here will be 1/4 inch. So for my 2 pieces, I'm going to cut them 2 inches and 1/4 each. And I'm using a solid fabric. You can use a print as well. So you'll just need these 2 pieces. Obviously, you'll want a long piece, the length of the strap or handle that you're using for whatever pattern. For my demonstration, I just have these shorter pieces. So you have these 2 pieces, and you're first going to sew them right sides together using 1/4 inch seam allowance, because that's the seam allowance that we added. So here I've got my piece and I've stitched it using 1/4 inch seam allowance, and then you're going to press the seam open just like this. And then you'll want to cut a piece of Shapeflex that's the same width as your piece. So I've got my Shapeflex piece cut right here, and I'm going to lay the bumpy side with the adhesive against the wrong side of the fabric, and you'll just fuse it in place and make sure that that seam stays pressed open as you're fusing that Shapeflex on top of it. After the interfacing is applied, let me take my Wonder Clips off. You'll be pressing like double fold bias tape. So we're going to be pressing first, wrong sides together in half. And I found it helpful when I was at the ironing board to sort of take my fingers and roll out that seam so that the seam is right in the middle and you have equal amounts of fabric on either side. After that, you'll open the fabric out, press the lower edge up toward the center crease. Same thing with the top edge, and then you'll refold and press one more time. So this is what it will look like on either side. And then all that's left is to top stitch it. So I top stitched using 1/8 inch seam allowance, and then my strap is ready to use in my bag. So super easy, a nice way to give a little bit of extra visual interest to your straps or handles. And I think I really like the look because there's a little bit of red in the fabric, and because I use the red on the back side of the double-sided straps, you can it sort of picks it up when you're carrying the bag, just a little bit of red coming through. So I really liked that effect. Let me know if you try that out in the future. I think it's really quick and easy, and it's really great with solids or prints. So